Okay guys, so adding to what we were doing before, we had our costumes and we had our little cat doing some kind of thing. Now I accidentally added a backdrop, but we could add any kind of backdrop to our thing. Let's say anything you want basically. You can pick what you want your backdrop to be. Let's go with a castle for some reason. Now we might want to animate something like rain or something else like that, so what we do for that is to make a sprite. Now I'm going to paint this one and it's going to be awful, but let's paint some rain. So rain is blue as far as I remember. A bit more watery blue, there we go. Now I'm using a touchpad, so this is always awful, but there we go. There is a really bad raindrop. Now it's too big, so I'm going to make it smaller. Let's make it 50% of the size. Okay, and that's a less than ideal raindrop. Let's see if I can make it a tiny bit better. There we go, that's a bit more raindroppy. Okay, again, maybe too big, so make it down to 30. Okay, now what I want to happen is I want my raindrop to start at the top and fall to the bottom. And here we're going to be using ifs, and we've used ifs a few times before. So at the start, we want to go to the top, and then we're going to repeat until we reach the bottom. So where's repeat until? Repeat until we reach the bottom. And what we want to do is we want to change the y direction by -10. If I can find change y by, there we go. Change y by, let's do it, -5. And we said we're going to repeat until we're touching the bottom. So touching the edge in this case. And now I want the whole thing to repeat as well. So it's going to go on for ever. So forever, go to the top, and then keep changing it by -5 until it gets to the edge, and then go to that position again, and hopefully you see the raindrop falls, and then it comes back to the top. Now you notice we've got one raindrop falling straight down, so that's not great. So what we could do is we could add in a random position. So if we picked a random position, let's say from -200 to 200, I think that's most of the page, and put that into the X. You'll see that it then randomly changes position. But of course we don't just want a raindrop, we want lots of raindrops. So for that we can use clones. So at the start you can do when I start as a clone, and we can create clones of itself. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create 100 raindrops. So I'm going to do repeat for 100 times, create a clone of myself. So at the very start it should create 100 raindrops. Now the raindrops won't actually do anything, you'll see they should just fall down in the same place. And we don't want that because they're basically clones, they're exact clones of themselves. What we want to happen is we want this to happen when they're cloned. So we can duplicate that, and when a clone starts it will go to a random position and fall as if it's rain. Fingers crossed. And there we go, we can animate some kind of rain. Now the exact same rules follow if you wanted something going from left to right, like a car going along. You could have a car coming to here. When it's touching the edge, it's going to jump back, and you could make a kind of road, or you could make a river flowing. You could do whatever you like using this idea of if touching the edge. Okay, hopefully that's enough for you guys to go on today, and again feel free to add other things as well, but that's the basic ideas of what we want to be working on. See you soon.